Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Matlock Messer Stadium here at Earlham College on Wednesday afternoon for the second game of the HCAC conference play for your Earlham Quakers. I am Gerard O'Byrne bringing you this pregame brought to you by Kevin Shear as the Earlham Quakers get ready to face Transylvania Pioneers. We're about 7 minutes away from the start of the game. Earlham coming in off of a conference loss to Mount St. Joe 2-0, and Transylvania coming in off of a tie from Anderson 0-0 in the past games from Saturday. This is the second game in conference play for each team. Both teams looking to get on the win column, and for hopefully by the end of today's game, one of these teams will have a one in the win column. We are set for an exciting game. In just a few moments, when we come back, we will have the statistics and starting lineups for each teams and the stats coming into this game. We're going to take a quick break when we on the Wesley Baseball Management Scoreboard. We'll be back in just a moment.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple: to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Welcome back to Matlock Messer Stadium, about 5 minutes away from opening kickoff between the Quakers and the Pioneers. Going to give you the statistics coming into the matchup, starting with Transylvania. Transylvania coming in at 2-6-2. Again, their last game versus Anderson, they tied 0-0 and lost their last game versus Adrian 8-0. In the first 10 games of the season for the Pioneers, they have put up 13 goals, averaging 1.3 goals a game on a .140 shooting percentage, and are averaging 9.3 shots a game. Looking at the starting lineups for the Pioneers, at goalkeeper will be number 1, Morgan Patton, sophomore out of Lexington, Kentucky. Number 6, Megan Curran, sophomore out of Winchester, Kentucky. Number 7, Caitlin Muir, another sophomore out of Louisville, Kentucky. Number 8, Brooke Pewterbaugh, sophomore out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Number 10, Abby Baker, sophomore out of Corbin, Kentucky. Sophomore out of Louisville, Kentucky. Number 12, Morgan Fowler. Number 14, Cassandra Thomas, sophomore out of Mayfield, Kentucky. Number 15, Casey Height, junior out of Hebron, Kentucky. Number 16, Maron Roach, a freshman out of Lexington, Kentucky. Number 20, Allie King, freshman out of Georgetown, Indiana. And to round out the starting lineups for the Pioneers, number 22, Emily Yates, a junior out of Lexington, Kentucky. Now looking at your Earlham Quakers, Quakers come in at 7-3, again dropping their first conference game against Mount St. Joe 2-0. I'm going to give you the statistics. In their first 10 games, scored 29 goals, averaging 2.9 goals a game on a .167 shooting percentage and averaging 17.4 shots a game. Now the starting lineups for the Quakers, at starting goalkeeper, 00, Mel Johnson. Number 2, Aaron Welsh. Number 6, Kaylee Hall. Number 8, Nicole Burkett. Number 9, Hannah Wallhauser. Number 13, Yuli Spade. Number 14, Tess Cunningham. Number 16, Jennifer Duyer. Number 20, Haley Beal. Number 23, Raven McCree. And number 26, Eva Lyon. Head coached by Chad Harden in his 4th season. And the Transylvania Pioneers are coached by Patrick Farmer, second year out of St. Lawrence. So those are your starting lineups. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the start of the game underway.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Big Boy's Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boy's Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Welcome back to Matlock Mr. Stadium. We are set to get the game underway between the Quakers and the Pioneers. Earlham will be in the maroon and gray. Transylvania will be in all black. We will keep you updated throughout the game, what's going on in the ACAC standings, what's at stake for both teams, and further in the conference. Earlham will start off with possession. Hannah Wallhauser will kick it off for the Quakers. Again, both teams coming in without a win to start the conference off. Hannah Wallhauser will kick it off to Yuli Spade to start out the game for the Quakers. In this game, Earlham's going to look to get more production on offense as they didn't get too many shots off against Mount St. Joe. But Hannah Wallhauser dribbling deep into Pioneer territory, passing up ahead to Eva Lyon. But the goalkeeper, #1, Morgan Patton, will come out and make the grab for the Pioneers. As I said, Earlham against Mount St. Joe played more of a defensive battle. Wasn't able to put much pressure offensively on Mount St. Joe, and Mount St. Joe took advantage of that and took nearly 20 shots against the Quakers, while the Quakers weren't able to get that many up. So they'll try a different approach in today's matchup as Nicole Burkett entered the 18 for the Quakers, but a foul called against Burkett as Pioneer defender went down on the play. So our first foul of the game committed against the Quakers. Patton will come out and have the free kick for the Pioneers. Again, Pioneers coming in averaging under 10 shots a game, 9.3. Shows that they're more of a defensive team. who try to get the most out of their shots, quality over quantity. Ball on the Pioneer side of the field. Kaylee Hall cuts in front of the pass. Haley Beal off of Burkett. And Quakers coming in looking for that first conference win. Coming in 7-3. Transylvania 2-6-2. Transylvania's last win was September 17th at Berea. They won that matchup 6-0. Transylvania comes in playing some very tough competition. Earlier in the year, they played the number 3 team in the country, Washington in Missouri, and lost that matchup 6-1. Transylvania on the Quakers side of the field. Raven McCree, nice defensive play. Approaching the 18. Number 8, Brooke Pewterball passes up to number 14, Cassandra Thomas. Nice defense from Dewyer as Kaylee Hall will pass it out to Eva Lyon. Lyon dribbling near the midfield line. Lyon will pass ahead. Tess Cunningham approaching the 18 for the Quakers. She would line up, take the shot, and Morgan Patton comes out and makes the save for the Pioneers. Nice save from Patton. But already we see a more aggressive Quaker team than we saw this past Saturday. Patton with the kick. We're at 41:54 remaining in the first half. Off the head of Dewyer. Ball will be kicked out of bounds and a throw in for Transylvania. And we'll keep you updated all throughout the matchup, what's going on in the ACAC. As Mel Johnson will come out and make the grab for the Quakers. In today's matchups, all throughout the ACAC, we have Bluffton at Defiance, Anderson at Manchester, Franklin at Hanover, and Rose-Hulman will be at Mount St. Joe to round out the HCAC games for Wednesday. Ball on the Pioneer side of the field. Transylvania with possession. Number 20, Allie Kling, will pass it back to her defender. Thomas, with Dewyer in front of her, will pass it up ahead off of number 10, Abby Baker. Baker passes it up ahead to Thomas. And an offsides call on number 16, Marion Roach. Kaylee Hall will have the free kick for the Quakers. 40 minutes remaining in the first half. Off of Cunningham. Cunningham, a freshman out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Been a very good player in her first season on the college level. Approaching the 18, the Pioneers. Cut off by Raven McCree. Few bodies hit the floor as Haley Beal comes up with possession for the Quakers and will pass it out away from the 18. Cunningham is able to get it by Pioneer defender. Now the Quakers are approaching, but cut off by the Transylvania defense. But Eva Lyon is there and will pass ahead to Burkett. Burkett trying to find Wallhauser. Wallhauser on a different page, and Patton comes out and makes the grab. And we'll have a goal kick. Actually, no, she made the grab before it went out of bounds. So the kick from Patton off of Pewterball. The pass ahead, number 16, Marin Roach, trying to beat McCree, but Mel Johnson comes out and makes the grab for the Quakers. Mel Johnson getting her first start in conference play after Becca Hancock was injured in the game on Saturday. Throw in from the Pioneers. $38-20 remaining in the first half. Looking at the stats for Transylvania, their leading scorer so far this season has been Roach with 4 goals on the season, and Abby Baker comes in with 3 goals on the season. 2 leading scorers and also the 2 leaders in shots, 31 and 21. And after those 2, the next closest is Edwards with 7 shots on the season. Ball goes out of bounds off of Burkett, and our first goal kick of the game. Patton will have the kick for Transylvania. Taking a look at some of the statistics for Earlham, again coming in 7-3. They average 17.4 shots a game. But if you look at the game against Mount St. Joe, they only took 4 shots. And I'm sure that is not the game plan Coach Harden would like to have on a consistent basis. The throw in from the Pioneers off of Beal. Earlham 7-3, and they're at their best when they get constant pressure on the opposing goalkeeper. They have 2 games this season with over 30 shots taken and 1 game with over 40. Off the head of Roach and kicked out of bounds off of McCree. McCree goes down and she is slow to get up. Looks like she's grabbing that ankle. McCree seems to be grabbing the right ankle. Athletic trainer Bill coming out to check on her. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we will have continuation of the game. Score is 0-0. 36-31 remaining in the first half on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be right back.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Welcome back to Matlock Messer Stadium. Raven McCree was able to get to her feet and limped off the field, so we hope that she will be okay. Number 21, Emma Jones, will come in for McCree. And 36-31 remaining in the first half. It will be a throw-in for the Pioneers. Jones, a sophomore out of Indianapolis. And play will resume. Throw-in from the Pioneers. Haley Beal cuts in front of Roach for possession, and Eva Line will pass up ahead to Wallhauser. Haley Beal dribbling for the Quakers deep into Pioneer territory. Wallhauser trying to beat Patton to the ball, but Patton is able to get there for Transylvania. Patton, the sophomore out of Lexington, Kentucky. Thomas will pass back to her defender, number 15, Casey Height. Burkett now with possession for the Quakers. Burkett trying to find Wallhauser, but Height cuts in front of the pass and will kick it off back to the midfield line. Thomas now with possession for Transylvania and will pass up ahead to Roach. Roach trying to get by Kaylee Hall. Approaching the 18, but kicked away by Aaron Welsh off the head of Burkett. 35 minutes remaining in the first half. And both teams looking for their first conference win. Earlham trying to even it up at 1-1. And Anderson is 0-1 after their tie. Transylvania is 0-1 after their tie with Anderson this past Saturday. Haley Beal will pass it back to her goalkeeper, Mel Johnson, who passes it out to Dewyer. Ball will be kicked out of bounds and a throw-in coming up for the Quakers. Dewyer throws it into Lyon. Allie Kling will pass to Roach. Kicked away by Emma Jones. Ball out of bounds off of Tess Cunningham, and a throw-in coming up for the Pioneers. And after today's matchup, Earlham will be on the road against regular season conference champs from last year at Hanover. They will be back home next Saturday when they take on Rose-Hulman. Their next two games will be on the road at Hanover and at Bluffton. Throw in from the Pioneers. Pioneers trying to approach the 18, but Tess Cunningham will pass it off to Lyon. Lyon with room to dribble. She enters Pioneer territory, but caught from behind from Kling. Ball is on the Pioneer side of the field. Pass up ahead to Roach. Ball kicked out of bounds, and the throw-in will happen for the Quakers. Aaron Welsh will throw it in for Earlham. Transylvania on the move, but it looks like miscommunication between Roach and Transylvania player, as the pass was not where Roach wanted it to be, and ball bounced to the goalkeeper Johnson, who just kicked it out past the midfield line on the Transylvania territory. Hannah Wallhauser now with possession for Earlham. Trying to find Haley Beal, but nice play from Transylvania defender number 7, Caitlin Muir. Ball will be ran down by Kaylee Hall, who lets it go out of bounds off of Transylvania. Yuli Spade now with possession for the Quakers. She will pass it off to Haley Beal. And so far, only one shot in this matchup by the Quakers, none by Transylvania. We knew coming in Transylvania averages less than 10 shots a game. And Earlham, again, last game they only took 4. So this is definitely going to be a game about quality shots rather than quantity. Near the midfield line, Transylvania with possession. The pass up ahead. Entering the 18. The shot from Transylvania is saved by Mel Johnson. The shot from number, looks like pewter ball. Goal kick, the kick from Johnson. That shot actually from number 10, Abby Baker. Patton will come out for Transylvania and make the grab. And we'll pass it off to their defender, number 15, Casey Height. Thomas dribbling, Dewyer in front of her. Kaylee Hall comes up and gets fouled. Foul will go on number 14, Thomas, and the free kick from Hall will be up ahead to Wallhauser. Tess Cunningham will find Haley Beal nearing the midfield line, the Quakers. Pass up ahead to Aaron Welsh. Welsh's pass cut off by Transylvania defenders, and it will be kicked out of bounds off of Spade, and a throw-in coming up for the Pioneers. So a throw-in from Transylvania. Off the head of Aaron Welsh. Haley Beal now with possession, but cut off by Muir. The pass up ahead, Transylvania on the move. Just outside the 18, Baker. Nice defensive play from Yuli Spade. The throw in from Transylvania. Ball was kicked out of bounds. Possession still staying with the Pioneers. 27-35 remaining in the first half. Kicked out by Emma Jones right to Nicole Burkett. Burkett will pass it up ahead to Wallhauser. Bounced off of Height, but right to Eva Lyon. Lyon up ahead to Burkett. Burkett back to Haley Beal. Earlham now on the Transylvania side of the field. Haley Beal on the move. Will pass up ahead to Burkett, but Burkett is called offsides. And free kick coming up for Transylvania. Couple of substitutions coming in. Looks like Jordan Blackburn and Jenna Hay are set to come in on Earlham's next substitutions. Kick from Pioneers, now on the Quakers side of the field. Kaylee Hall will pass it up ahead to Spade. Approaching 26 minutes remaining in the first half. Again, both teams have had one shot on goal so far. So not going to be a high shot on goal game. And again, Earlham so far in conference has been more of a defensive approach. The shot from Thomas goes out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for Mel Johnson. And so in conference, Earlham has been more on the defensive side and coming in averaging 17.4 shots a game, but only 4 against Mount St. Joe and 1 shot in the first 20 minutes of today's matchup. So we'll see if the rest of the game they can put a little bit of more of offensive pressure on the Pioneers. Jenna Hay and Jordan Blackburn in the game for the Quakers. Ball on the Quakers side of the field, out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for Transylvania. A throw-in from Transylvania. Tess Cunningham dribbling up for the Quakers, approaching the midfield circle, passing it up ahead. Jenna Hay approaching the 18, trying to get by Height, but nice defensive play from Casey Height. It will go out of bounds, and we will have our first corner kick. Quakers will have it on the left side corner. And number 3, Jenna Hay, will have the corner kick for the Quakers. The corner kick from Jenna Hay off of Height. Ball inside the 18. Haley Beal will pass it out to Blackburn. Blackburn trying to find Lyon, but kicked out by Height. And Transylvania will kick it out of bounds near the midfield line, and a throw-in coming up for the Quakers. A nice defensive stand from the Pioneers. Throw-in from Welsh off of Beal. Kicked away by the defense of the Pioneers. Ball at the midfield line. Tess Cunningham in a possession battle with number 20, Allie Kling. Mel Johnson will come out and make the grab for the Quakers. Jenna Hay trying to get by a few Transylvania defenders, but Casey Height will pass it out and away from the 18. And Emma Jones will kick it out of bounds for the Quakers, and a throw-in coming up for the Pioneers. Number 6, Megan Curran will throw it in. Off of Beal, another throw-in coming up for Transylvania. Ball rolls into the 18, and Mel Johnson will come out and scoop it up for Earlham. 22 minutes remaining in the first half. Mel Johnson will kick it past midfield, right in front of Height, and it will be kicked out of bounds off of Blackburn, so a throw-in for Transylvania coming up. Height, junior, out of Hebron, Kentucky. Off the head of Blackburn. Dewyer will head it to Blackburn, but taken away by Thomas. Pewter ball will pass it up to number 7, Caitlin Muir. Muir and Beal in a possession battle. Beal ends up winning it, now dribbling deep into the territory of the Pioneers, but kicked out by Height. Ball does stay in bounds, and it will be kicked out of bounds off of Jenna Hay, so another throw-in for the Pioneers coming up. Foul called against Transylvania. So Earlham will have a free kick. Number 13, Yuli Spade will have the honors for the Quakers. Yuli Spade's kick bounces inside the 18 and kicked out. Jennifer Dewyear is there for the Quakers and will pass it up, or is trying to pass it up, but Patton comes out and makes the grab for the Pioneers. Number 5 set to come in for Transylvania. Emma Jones with a strong kick off of Welsh bounces to Beal. Beal will pass it up ahead, but off the head of number 12, Morgan Fowler. Curran will pass it up ahead to number 13. Ball kicked out of bounds. Substitutions coming in. Sam Sendrowski will come in for the Quakers, and number 5, Brett Edwards, coming in for Transylvania. Roach now with possession for the Pioneers at the midfield line. Will pass it up ahead. Was looking for Thomas, but the only one near it is Emma Jones for the Quakers. Ball kicked out of bounds by Ball is kicked out by Earlham, but off of Transylvania, so Welsh will throw it in. Haley Beal will pass it back to Aaron Welsh. Welsh looking for Blackburn, but off the head of Casey Height. And falls right in front of number 22, Emily Yates. Whistle blown and the call going against the Quakers. A free kick coming up for Transylvania. Free kick from the Pioneers off the head of Pewterball. Pewterball approaching the 18 for the Pioneers. And will pass out to Yates. Yates trying to pass it back. Finds Pewterball. Pewterball will pass it out. And off of Thomas. Whistle blown on the play. And the call will go against the Pioneers. So a free kick coming up for the Quakers inside their own 18. Kaylee Hall will do the honors for Earlham. Eva Line will pass it back to Sendrowski. Aaron Welsh finds Haley Beal. Ball now on the Transylvania side of the field. Aaron Welsh dribbling for the Quakers, but could not get by Edwards. And Edwards will kick it out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for the Quakers. Edwards did a nice job of kicking it out to the right rather than baseline. Outside the 18, Tess Cunningham off to Haley Beal. Haley Beal will line it up for the shot, but it will stay far right and go out of bounds. And a goal kick coming up for Patton and the Pioneers. Yeah. Actually, last game against Anderson, Transylvania had 13 shots, 7 shots on goal. Coming into the game, they've only scored 13 goals on 93 shots. Mel Johnson will come out and pass it off to Dewyer for the Quakers. Deep on the Quakers side of the field. Blackburn and Yates in a possession battle. Blackburn will pass it out to Beal. Emma Jones will kick it far away from the 18. Jenna Hay trying to find Lyon, but cut off by Kling. Height trying to pass it up ahead to Yates, but cut off by Dewyer. 15 minutes remaining in the first half. Dewyer now with possession for the Quakers. Aaron Welsh dribbling up for the Quakers. Will pass it up ahead to Haley Beal. Approaching the 18. Beal gets by a few Pioneer defenders, but will be out of bounds off of Curran, and a corner kick coming up for the Quakers. Jenna Hay will have the corner kick once again for the Quakers. Off the head of Baker. Roach trying to get by Welsh, and it goes out of bounds off of Earlham, so a throw-in coming up for Transylvania. The throw-in from Curran right in front of Welsh. Tess Cunningham will pass it back to Kaylee Hall. Hall's pass cut off by Height. We'll pass it up ahead to Roach. Roach dribbling, but nice defensive play from Emma Jones. And Jones will pass it up ahead. Whistle blown, the call going against the Quakers. Not quite sure what happened right there, but it's going against the Quakers, and a free kick is coming up for the Pioneers. Free kick coming up for the Pioneers. Bounces off of Roach on the Quaker side of the field. Pass up ahead will sail out of bounds. And a goal kick coming up for the Quakers. Mel Johnson will have the goal kick for the Quakers. Height, pass it off to Curran. Deep in the corner. Jones battling with a few Pioneers. It is kicked out by Jones. Actually, it's kicked out by the Pioneers. So a throw-in coming up for Earlham. Outside the 18, Roach. She will take the shot, and nice deflection from Mel Johnson. An excellent save by the freshman out of Indianapolis, and she will throw it out to Dewyer. The stop came from number 16, Roach. Excellent save by the goalkeeper, Johnson. Near the midfield circle, Blackburn will pass it up ahead, trying to find Jenna Hay. Jenna Hay comes away with it, but gets cut off by height. Tries to pass back to Lyon, but Blackburn is there. But kicked away by the Pioneers. But Dewyer is able to beat the pass up ahead off the head of Jenna Hay and kicked out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for the Pioneers. Jenna Hay's pass is off of number 12, Fowler. Whistle blown, foul called against the Quakers. And a free kick coming up for the Pioneers. We are at 8:45 remaining in the first half. Fowler's kick bounces in Quaker territory. Baker in a matchup, and a foul actually called against the Quakers. Foul called against Kaylee Hall, it looked like. And a free kick coming up for the Pioneers. Kick will be by number 5, Brett Edwards. The shot from Edwards will sail far right and out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for Mel Johnson and the Quakers. And for those watching, if you want to check out the stats, go to goearlham.com to follow the live stats for today's matchup. Jennifer Dewyer will pass it ahead to Cunningham. Take a look at the live stats. 5 shots by Transylvania to 2 by Earlham. 2 shots on goal for Transylvania, 1 shot on goal for Earlham. Mel Johnson will come out and make the grab for the Quakers. 2 saves by the Quakers, 1 by Transylvania. 3 foul calls on the Quakers, 2 on the Pioneers. 2 offsides calls on the Quakers. 2 corner kicks also by Earlham. Number 12, Yana Miller, into the matchup for her first minutes. Sendrowski at the midfield line will pass it ahead to Beal. Beal dribbling through some Pioneer defenders to pass up ahead to Jenna Hay. And Jenna Hay's shot will be off of Curran and bounce right to Patton. We're approaching 6 minutes remaining in the first half. At the midfield circle, Baker will pass back to Edwards. Clean dribbling for the Pioneers. The pass up ahead to Roach, but Aaron Welsh will kick it off. Jones and Thomas in a foot race. And a foul called against Thomas as Jones does a somersault. And a free kick coming up for the Quakers. Emma Jones will have it for Earlham. Free kick from Jones off of Blackburn, right in front of Kling. Kling passing it ahead, looking for Baker, but Kaylee Hall there. Now with possession number 4, Sloan Cromwell. And Mel Johnson comes out to make the save or to make the grab for the Quakers. Haley Beal dribbling and will kick it out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for Transylvania. We are under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Out of bounds off of Transylvania, so a throw-in coming up for Earlham. Giving you some updates on what's going on in the HCAC. So with about 5 minutes remaining in the first half, Bluffton leads Defiance 1-0. Anderson and Manchester just kicked off, so it's 0-0. And Franklin and Hanover, Rose Holman and Mount St. Joe are scheduled for later on in the day. Patton comes out and makes the grab for the Pioneers. And a short kick, but a good bounce off of Cromwell. Bounces in front of Dewyer, but Baker comes away with it. Baker's pass ahead to Roach. Roach trying to line up, but nice defense from the Quakers. Kicked out to Kling. She will pass back to Pewterball. Trying to pass back, goes a little too far, and Aaron Welsh is there for the Quakers. Casey Height will pass it off to Fowler. Curran up for the Pioneers. Roach dribbling. Roach is passed to Cromwell and ends up getting through, but Johnson comes out and picks it up for the Quakers. We're at 2:45 remaining in the first half. Dewyer will pass it up ahead to Blackburn. Casey Height now dribbling and will pass it up ahead to Baker. Roach is there, but off the feet of Haley Beal. And once again, ball out near the midfield line. Still on the Quakers side of the field. The pass to Roach, approaching the 18. And the shot from Baker will be caught by Mel Johnson. Nice save from the freshman. Kick off of number 12, Fowler. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Blackburn will pass it back to Welsh. Jenna Hay dribbling. Quakers are on the move. Hayes pass off of Blackburn. Blackburn with the shot. It will sail over the goal. And a goal kick coming up for Patton and the Pioneers. We're approaching a minute remaining in this first half. Ball kicked away by Height. Bounces in front of Welsh. But Roach comes away with it. Roach gets by Aaron Welsh. The pass up ahead to Baker. Baker is able to get by. Approaching inside the 18. Her pass intercepted by Sendrowski, who will kick it out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up for the Pioneers. We are under 30 seconds remaining. The throw-in from Transylvania. Looking for Cromwell, but Kaylee Hall kicks it out. of the 18 on the Quaker side. Haley Beal will pass it to Jenna Hay. We're at 10 seconds remaining in the first half. And kicked out by the Pioneers, and that should run out the rest of the clock. And it will, and that will end the first half as the score is tied 0-0. About 15 minutes, the second half will get underway. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we will go over the first half stats, what's going on in the rest of the ACAC, and what to expect in the second half. Still 0-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We will be back in just a few.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Looking for the home of your dreams? This spacious property offers over 4,600 square feet of living space, featuring 5 bedrooms, with 3 full and 1 half bathroom. This property is currently listed for under $270,000. For more information or to schedule a showing, please contact the listing team.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Earlham's about getting involved. We have more than 60 student clubs with new ones starting every year. A variety of sports, plays and concerts, parties, trips to nearby cities. Interesting people from all over the world. Earlham College, always engaged.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cut approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Hey, if you're looking for a great place to dine, how about Little Sheba's? Come join them in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue and grab one of their gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and more in their smoke-free environment. You can get a 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. For more information about Little Sheba's, give them a call at 962-2999. Today's game brought to you in part by Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads every day. They serve great food priced for family budgets. Mancino's Italian bread and pizza dough are made from scratch every day, and the baking process may take a little more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1166 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Welcome back to Matlock Messer Stadium. We're about 4 minutes away from the start of the second half. We're going to go over the first half stats with you and also what's going on in the HCAC play. So checking the first half stats, Earlham and Transylvania. Transylvania with 6 shots, 2 shots on goal, 1 save, 1 offsides call, and 3 foul calls. And Earlham with 4 shots, 1 shot on goal, 2 saves, 2 corners, 2 offsides, and 3 fouls. Again, Earlham with just 4 shots total in last Saturday's matchup with Mount St. Joe, so a little more offensive presence. So we'll see if they can capitalize on some opportunities in the second half. Same thing with Transylvania. They've had a few good looks that just haven't been able to fall in. So we'll see which team can capitalize on one of those opportunities first. And maybe that goal will be the difference in this game, as so far the first half was more of a defensive battle. And now taking a look at the rest of what's going on. Again, Franklin and Hanover rolls home into Mount St. Joe, set to kick off a little bit later. Bluffton leads Defiance 1-0 after the first half, and still with 23 minutes remaining in the first half, Anderson and Manchester tied at 0-0. So that is the end of the halftime report. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the start of the second half for you on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple: to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Welcome back to Matlock Messer Stadium. We are set to get the second half underway between the Quakers and the Pioneers. And we went over the first half stats. We'll go over more statistics throughout the second half. 45 minutes on the clock. Transylvania will start off with possession. And we will see which team can get on the board first. Tess Cunningham will pass it off to number 12, Yana. The throw in from the Quakers, Jenna Hay throws it into Yuli Spade. Blackburn trying to find Beal, but nice defense from the Pioneers. Again, Earlham looking for the first conference win, so is Transylvania. Earlham took a 2-0 defeat. Mount St. John Saturday. Earlham tied 0-0 against Anderson this past Saturday. Ball will be kicked out of bounds by number 12, Morgan Fowler, and a throw-in coming up for the Quakers. Haley Beal approaching the 18 for the Quakers. The pass to Yuli Spade. Spade will pass it out to Welsh. Pioneers gain possession. Pewter ball dribbling. Trying to get by Spade. Will pass ahead to Baker. Baker passes it ahead, and Johnson will come out and pass it way up ahead to Jenna Hay. It goes a little too far, and height is there for the Pioneers. Ball goes out of bounds. A throw in coming up for the Pioneers. Welsh. This pass is off of Baker. Throw in from Welsh coming up. Off of line, but kicked away by Fowler. Baker trying to find Roach, but bounces to Dewyer. And Dewyer will pass it ahead to Jenna Hay. Jenna Hay trying to find Lyon, but Fowler there on the defense for the Pioneers. Gianna passes it back to Jenna, approaching the 18. Casey Height takes it away from Jenna Hay and passes it up to Thomas. Thomas dribbling. Finds Roach on the Quaker side of the field. Cunningham comes away with possession. So more of like we saw in the first half, more on the defensive side. Yeah, not too many shots we've seen from both of the teams. Roach trying to get by Dewyer. And a foul called against Dewyer, and it looks like it might have been inside the 18. And if that is the case, we will have a penalty kick. And that is the case. The Pioneers will get a penalty kick. Foul committed by Dewyer inside the 18. Number 10, Abby Baker, will have the penalty kick for the Pioneers. And her kick is good on the left side corner. And the goal for the Pioneers. And they get on the board up 1-0 off the penalty kick from Abby Baker, the sophomore out of Corbin, Kentucky. So with 41-26 remaining in the second half, Transylvania leads 1-0 off the penalty kick from Baker. That is her 4th goal on the season and the first goal in today's matchup. We resume play. Yulee Spade pass up ahead. Curran will cut off Lyon and kick it out of bounds. So a throw-in coming up for the Quakers. Off of Spade. Spade passes it up ahead. Haley Beal trying to run it down, and she does. And kicked out of bounds off of Transylvania. Another throw-in coming up for the Quakers. Blackburn to throw it in. Lyon passes it out to Spade, but falls right in front of Baker. Baker will pass it back to Height. Kling passes it to Baker on the Quaker side of the field. And a foul called against Cunningham, so a free kick coming up for the Pioneers. And you know what, so far, the exact same story from Saturday against Mount St. Joe. It was 0-0 going into the half, but then within the first few minutes, Mount St. Joe was able to score. And now within the first couple of minutes, Transylvania got on the board. So now it puts the pressure on Earlham to get more shots off at the goal, to get on the board. Kicked out by Cunningham. Right to Lyon. Lyon trying to gain control. Lyon dribbling. The pass ahead. Too far ahead for Jenna Hay, and Thomas comes away with it for Transylvania. Out of bounds off of the Pioneers, and a throw-in coming up for Jennifer Dewyer and the Quakers. Cunningham will pass to Spade. Welsh up ahead, falls in front of Yates. Yana Miller now with possession will pass it to Lyon. Lyon couldn't get full control of it and kicked out by Transylvania. Getting the pressure now on Earlham to get some more shots on the goal. Defensive mistake from the Quakers as they get a foul called inside the 18, and that's what leads to PKs. Thomas boxing out Jenna Hay, kicked out of bounds off of Thomas, and a throw-in from the Quakers. And off of Lyon, it will sail out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for Patton and Transylvania. A goal kick from Patton. Foul called against the Quakers. Free kick coming up for the Pioneers. Curran passing it up ahead to Yates. Getting by Blackburn. But Blackburn, nice job of recovery. Approaching the 18, Baker will pass out to Kling. Kling's pass up ahead. And the shot from Thomas goes off of Earlham. So a corner kick coming up for Transylvania. The pass from the corner, approaching the 18, and ball sails far left. Pass from Kling, ends up in front of Blackburn, and Blackburn will pass it out to Miller. And the pass up ahead to Yuli Spade, but it goes a little too far ahead, and Height comes away with it for Transylvania. Whistle blown, foul called against the Quakers, so another free kick for Transylvania coming up. Free kick coming up. And Fowler will do the honors. Finds Baker off the head of Jenna Hay, both in a possession battle. Ball is just outside the 18 and kicked away by Kaylee Hall, but right to Curran. Curran will pass out to Fowler at the midfield line. Looking ahead for Transylvania at the conclusion of this game, they'll be at home this Saturday versus Manchester. Roach approaching the 18, but nice defense from Kaylee Hall. Foul called against Transylvania. A free kick coming up for Earlham. Kaylee Hall with the kick off of Cunningham. Yuli Spade will pass it ahead, trying to find Blackburn, but it falls in front of Curran, and Curran will kick it out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for the Quakers. Again, at the conclusion of this game, Earlham will be on the road this Saturday at Hanover. Blackburn passes it back to Spade. Kicked out of bounds. Throw in for the Quakers coming up. Blackburn will throw it in. Just past Miller and kicked out by Fowler. Roach trying to get by Welsh. Both tangled up. Nice defensive play from Spade, and a foul called against Transylvania. A free kick coming up for Earlham. Kaylee Hall will have the free kick. Yana Miller trying to pass it to Cunningham, but nice defense from Transylvania. Yeah, Earlham going to have to find some way to get some shots off at Patton. The pressure is on when trailing. Inside the 18, Haley Beal. And the shot from Blackburn. And the fans want a foul. Blackburn shot looks like it went off the hand of one of the Pioneers, but no call on the play. And now bodies are starting to hit the ground. No whistle. Baker passes it up ahead. Approaching the 18. Ball goes out of bounds off of Dewyer. And a corner kick coming up for the Pioneers, but we have a player down. Looks like that is number 10, Baker. She gets up and walks it off, going to talk to the trainer for a minute. Again, intensity was picked up on that last possession. The shot from Blackburn looks like it went off the hands of one of the Pioneers. But again, no whistle on the play. Few bodies fall to the ground, and finally the ball was kicked out of bounds, and a corner kick coming up for Transylvania. We are on an injury timeout right now. Baker is walking just fine, getting some water, and we will have a substitution. Baker will come out and get further evaluated by the trainer, and number 5. Brett Edwards checking back into the game. Action resumes, and the corner kick from Transylvania looked like it wasn't the kind of kick that they would have liked. Bounced out to Eva Lyon. Looks like she couldn't exactly gain control right away, but now dribbling deep down the field. She's dribbled the entire length of the field, approaching the 18, and the shot from Lyon will bounce right to Patton, and nice save from the goalkeeper. That will be the second save from Patton. And if you want to follow the live stats, go to goearlham.com. Jenna Hay dribbling, trying to find Lyon, but nice defensive play from Fowler. 30-40 remaining in this second half. Roach trying to get by Dewyer, and the shot from Roach is caught by Mel Johnson. Nice save from Johnson, who's had a few nice saves today. Off of Kling, bounces in front of Height. Yana Miller comes up with it. And the Hay dribbling, finds Haley Beal. Haley Beal trying to approach the 18, but ends up getting cut off by the Transylvania defender, and Fowler comes up with it and passes it out to Yates. The intensity has definitely picked up in this matchup. Spade trying to pass to I don't know who, but it rolls all the way to Patton. So we're less than 30 minutes remaining in the second half. Ball kicked out of bounds by Dewyer. A throw-in coming up for Roach and the Pioneers. Ball kicked out of bounds off of Earlham, and a throw-in for Transy. Roach has it taken away from her by Yuli Spade. Passed up ahead to Yana Miller, but taken away by Thomas. Clean dribbling for Transylvania. Ball on the Quaker side, off the head of Cunningham. And kicked out by Kaylee Hall. Off of Yana Miller. Yana dribbling. And kicked away by Curran of the Pioneers. Edwards dribbling for the Pioneers and kicked out of bounds, and it goes off of Muir. But before the throw-in, we have a few substitutions. Yana Miller and Eva Lyon will come out for the Quakers, and Nicole Burkett and Hannah Wallhauser will check in for Earlham. Play resumes. Hannah Wallhauser passing it ahead, but cut off by Height. Aaron Welsh runs it down. Now dribbles past the midfield line and passes ahead to Burkett. And kicked out of bounds, and a throw-in for Transylvania coming up. 26:57 remaining in this second half. Off the head of Blackburn, falls in front of Wallhauser. Wallhauser passes it back to Blackburn. She tries to pass back, but nice defensive play from Transylvania. Yates now dribbling for Transylvania. And trying to find Roach, but cut off by Welsh. Out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for the Pioneers. Roach approaching the 18, trying to get by Kaylee Hall. Roach does, and the shot goes off of the feet of Johnson and out of bounds. A great save by Johnson. Roach had a great look for Transylvania, but Mel Johnson, really good goalkeeper for Earlham, shows why and is able to get the save. But a corner kick coming up for the Pioneers. Corner kick still in the 18. And the shot from number 5, Edwards, saved by Mel Johnson. So excellent defensive stand from the Quakers. Foul called against Earlham. Free kick coming up for the Pioneers. Dribbling deep in the corner. The player slips and falls. Still has possession though. Tries to get by Jenna Hay. The pass out to Yates, and the shot from Yates goes over the goal. And a goal kick coming up for the Quakers. Mel Johnson will have the goal kick for the Quakers. Transylvania still with possession on the Quaker side of the field. Roach dribbling past a few Quaker defenders and will pass it out to Edwards. Now the Quakers on the move. Kaylee Hall dribbling and passes it ahead, trying to find Wallhauser, but Height is there for Transylvania. Height has done a very nice job for the defense of Transylvania. Kling passing it ahead. Finds Pewterball. Whistle blown against Transylvania, and a free kick coming up for the Quakers. Free kick bounces off Transylvania, and it will roll out of. Actually, Mel Johnson will come out and just make the grab. Ball at midfield. Once again, the possession with the Pioneers. Quakers going to have to muster up some kind of offense in the last 22 minutes. Burkett passing it up ahead, but sails too far ahead of Wallhauser, and Patton comes out and makes the grab. Approaching the 18, Burkett shot, sails by Patton and gets into the goal. Earlham ties the game 1-1 off the shot from the sophomore Burkett. Beautiful shot by Nicole Burkett as she's able to find the right side corner, and now the score is evened up 1-1 with 21:31 remaining in this second half. And a momentum swing back to the Quakers. Let's see if they can keep rolling. Number 10, Baker, comes back into the matchup for number 16, Roach. Actually, Roach is staying into the game, so Baker comes back into the matchup. Looks like for number 7, Caitlin Muir. Quakers get their first goal in conference play. It's an excellent shot by Nicole Burkett. Free kick from the Pioneers. Nice defensive stand from the Quakers. Falls right in front of Wallhauser. Wallhauser dribbling for the Quakers. Passing it ahead, being chased down by Burkett. She beats Fowler to it outside the 18. Burkett's pass back to Welsh, and Welsh's shot will fall right in front of Patton, who makes the catch. But after that goal, we've seen a little more intensity from the Quakers. Getting the momentum shifted back. Roach trying to take it away as she's dribbling down, but nice recovery from Dewyear. Nearing the 18, Baker gets by Jones. Baker trying to pass it, but cut in front of by Welsh. And now Kaylee Hall with possession. We're at 20 minutes remaining in the second half. Cunningham passing it to Haley Beal. And no whistle on the play with that. Referee says they both ran into each other, so there is no foul on that play. Burkett now passing it up ahead to Wallhauser. Wallhauser trying to find Jenna Hay. Patton comes out and makes the grab for Transylvania. Patton with the kick. Baker passing it up ahead to Kling, but Aaron Welsh gets there before she does. Burkett pass cut off by Height, but Wallhauser comes from behind. Wallhauser a little slow to get up. Yuli Spade will pass to Burkett. Burkett trying to get by Fowler. Fowler ends up coming away with it, and ball now in front of Welsh. And now possession still with Earlham, but the ball is on the Quaker side of the field. Jones will pass it up ahead to Spade. Haley Beal trying to track it down in a battle with Height. Haley Beal passes it out to Burkett. Burkett trying to find Jenna Hay, but the shot from Cunningham goes way over the goal and out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for the Pioneers. Couple of substitutions for the Pioneers as number 4, Sloan Cromwell, will come in. Pewter Ball will take a seat. Ball kicked out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for Transylvania. Throw-in once again coming up for the Pioneers. .1640 remaining in the second half. Score tied 1-1. Roach outside the 18. Her pass off of Jones, but right in front of Baker. But kicked out by Welsh. Cunningham finds Wallhauser. Now Wallhauser dribbling, for the Quakers. Wallhauser's pass to Beal, cut off by Kling. Ball will be kicked out of bounds. A throw-in for Transylvania coming up. And Grace Manning setting to come in for the Quakers. Yates will pass it off to Kling. We're approaching 15 minutes remaining in the second half. Dewyer will pass it up ahead, but nobody there but Curran. Jenna Hay finds Wallhauser. Wallhauser will pass it back. And Jenna Hay was looking for Beal. A little too far ahead and ran down by Kling. Ball bounces to Emma Jones, and she'll let Mel Johnson come out and scoop it up. Gonna give you some updates going on in the ACAC. Bluffton leads Defiance 2-0. Anderson and Manchester. Anderson leads 1-0. Franklin and Hanover just getting underway. And coming into today's matchup, Mount St. Joe Rose Holman and Hanover and Franklin all 1-0. Anderson, Transylvania, both 0-1. And Earlham, Defiance, Bluffton, and Manchester all 0-1. And ACAC takes the top 4 teams from the conference into the conference tournament. And the winner of the conference tournament will go to the NCAA tournament. Fowler will pass it ahead to Kling. Off of Jenna Hay. Jenna Hay passes it to Sandrowski. But cut from behind by Baker. Baker will pass it ahead to Yates. Yates pass to Roach. Cut in front of by Hall and kicked out of bounds by Sandrowski. Throw-in coming up for Transylvania. Off of Welsh. Burkett will pass to Beal. Beal dribbling for the Quakers, but couldn't get by Fowler. Nice defensive play from Fowler. So now a battle still of defense, but we'll see if either one of these teams can get an opportunity in the next 12 minutes to take the lead. Wallhauser's pass to Jenna Hay. Hay trying to find Burkett, but sails over her head, and Patton will come out for Transylvania. Bounces at the midfield circle. Nice defensive possession right there. And the ball goes out of bounds. And a throw-in. It's coming up for Transylvania. Nice catch by Mill Johnson as she comes out of the goal to make that grab. And we'll throw it ahead to Burkett. Burkett gets by Height. Now Burkett dribbling for the Quakers. And her pass off of the shoulder of Fowler. Looks like miscommunication between Wallhauser and Burkett, as after Burkett's pass, they both look confused at each other. Kicked out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for Transylvania. Coming in for the Quakers, Eva Lyon for Burkett, and Grace Manning for Jenna Hay. Grace Manning seeing her first minutes in today's game. Haley Beal dribbling just outside the 18, gets by, and looks like she had the shot, and Transylvania defenders were able to catch up to her. Ball kicked out of bounds off of Transylvania, so a throw-in coming up for Earlham. Throw-in from Transylvania coming up. Out of bounds, a throw-in for the Quakers coming up. Once again, out of bounds, throwing for Transylvania coming up. Kaylee Hall comes away with it. Haley Beal passing it ahead, but Curran is there for Transylvania. And she will pass it out to Yates. It does go out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for Earlham. We're 7:45 remaining in this second half. Inside the 18, Wallhauser. Pass back to Beal, but Height is there for the Pioneers. Baker will pass it ahead to Yates. Off of Welsh. But right to Roach. Roach pass goes just over the head of Sandrowski. Dewyer is there for the Quakers. Cunningham up ahead. Dewyer trying to save it from going out of bounds, but it goes out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for Transylvania. Grace Manning dribbling for Earlham, but her pass is kicked away by Fowler. Roach trying to chase it down, but Emma Jones kicks it out of bounds. And another throw-in for Transylvania coming up. Off of Cunningham. Falls right in front of Transylvania. And the kick up ahead will fall in front of Johnson. We're at 6 minutes remaining in this second half. Off the head of Welsh. Kling is there for Transylvania. Taken away by Haley Beal. Beal's pass to Manning. Wallhauser trips over the ball and will pass ahead to Manning, approaching the 18, but taken away by Casey Height. But kicked straight to Aaron Welsh, approaching the 18. Her shot deflected off of Fowler. Aaron Welsh trying to get by Yates. Manning will pass it back. At the midfield line, Jones to Hall. Sendrowski will pass it up to Lyon. Falls just behind Wallhauser off the head of Curran. Right to Manning. The shot from Grace Manning goes far right and out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up for, or a goal kick coming up for Patton. Hello. Goal kick from Patton coming up. 4:20 remaining in the second half. If nobody scores in that time, we will have overtime. Yates trying to get by Welsh. Dribbles deep into the corner. Off of Hall. Bounces front of Beal. Abby Baker is there for Transylvania. Dewey steps in front of the pass from Baker. Right to Cunningham. Cunningham will pass ahead to Lyon. Lyon dribbling. Fowler will kick it away. Lyon is there for the Quakers. And it will go out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for Transylvania. Substitution for Transylvania. Pewterball will come back in for Cromwell. The throw-in off of Sendrowski. Another throw-in for Transylvania coming up. Off of Roach. Nice play from Jones. No foul called on the play. Haley Beal will pass it to Lyon. But Height once again there for Transylvania. 2:30 remaining in the second half. Kling up ahead to Roach, but Kaylee Hall steps in front of it. And now Hall is dribbling onto Transylvania territory. The pass up ahead to Wallhauser. Trying to hit Manning, but it sails out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for Transylvania. Off of Roach. Cunningham comes away with it. Kicked out of bounds by Curran, so a throw-in for Earlham coming up. 1:45 remaining in this second half. Off of Cunningham. Out of bounds, throw-in for Transylvania coming up. Roach dribbling for Transylvania. Pass up ahead. Approaching the 18. Chased down by Dewey. The pass off of Jones. The shot from Roach deflected off of Hall, and Johnson comes out and makes the grab. Rolls it out to Sendrowski. Haley Beal up to Manning. We're under a minute. Manning gets by the Pioneer defender, trying to find Lyon. Lyon in the foot race with height. And out of bounds, off of Earlham, and a goal kick for Transylvania coming up, and 30 seconds remaining in the second half. Looks like we will be going to an overtime. Kick from Patton, short. Off the head of Sendrowski. We're at less than 20 seconds. Bounces in front of Lyon. And Fowler will kick it out. And that should run out the clock for the second half. We're at 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that will do it for the second half. Score is tied 1-1. We're going to have a couple-minute break. Then when we come back, we will have overtime number 1. 10 minutes will be put on the clock. And first one to score will win. If the first 10 minutes runs out, we will have a second 10 minutes. And after that, the game will be considered a tie. So we are going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the start of overtime number 1 for you. Score is tied 1-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. And we will be back.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Hey, if you're looking for a great place to dine, how about Little Sheba's? Come join them in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue and grab one of their gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and more in their smoke-free environment. You can get a 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. For more information about Little Sheba's, give them a call at 962-2999. Today's game brought to you in part by Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads every day. They serve great food priced for family budgets. Mancino's Italian bread and pizza dough are made from scratch every day, and the baking process may take a little more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1166 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Welcome back to Matlock Mesa Stadium. We are set to get overtime number 1 underway, and the rules in overtime work as if the first team to score will win the games. 10 minutes will be on the board. If the 10 minutes runs out without anybody scoring, we will go into another set of 10, and that will be the last 10 of the game. And if that runs out, it will go into a tie. And again, if somebody scores first, next team to score will win the ball game. Transylvania starts off with possession. Hannah Wallhauser cuts in front of the pass. Aaron Welsh will pass it up ahead. Abby Baker will kick it out of bounds. And a throw-in for Earlham off the head of Wallhauser. Kicked out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up. Haley Beal dribbling, trying to hit Wallhauser, but cut in front of by Fowler and kicked out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up for the Quakers. The throw-in off Earlham. Wallhauser. Pass cut in front of by Curran, but out to Jones. Sandrowski. Pass again cut in front of by Curran, out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for the Quakers. 8:40 remaining in overtime number 1. Off of Burkett. Jenna Hay. Inside the 18, her pass to Cunningham, cut in front of by Transylvania. Off of Baker. No foul called on the play. Thomas kicks it high in the sky. Ball kicked out of bounds. A throw-in for Transylvania coming up. Off of Welsh. Ball stays in bounds. It is a foot race. Fowler will kick it out of bounds. Smart play by Fowler. A throw-in coming up. Burkett will throw it in. Right to Fowler. Haley Beal now in the 18. Haley Beal's pass to Wallhauser. Wallhauser takes the shot and a save by Patton, but Shot by Jenna Hay goes out of bounds. I can't front. That was a beautiful save by Patton. Wallhauser had a clear shot and it bounced off Patton's right hand. And the follow-up shot by Jenna Hay bounced off a Transylvania defender, goes out of bounds. So a corner kick for Earlham. Jenna Hay will have the corner kick. 7 minutes remaining in this first overtime. The kick from Jenna Hay off the head of Height out to Roach. Pass from Kaylee Hall will be kicked out by Curran, out to Sindrowski. Aaron Welsh. His pass will sail to Patton at the goal, and Patton will pick it up. Ball at midfield. Jenna Hay finds Cunningham. We're approaching 6 minutes remaining in overtime number 1. Out of bounds, a throw-in coming up for Transylvania. Aaron Welsh trying to find Wallhauser off the chest of Curran. Ball will roll out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for Earlham. We'll see if Earlham can get themselves another opportunity. And if they do, can they take advantage of it? Out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Transylvania. Ball will be kicked out of bounds off of Dewyer, so a throw-in for Transylvania coming up. We're approaching 5 minutes remaining in overtime 1. The throw-in to Roach. Pass up ahead to Baker. Dribbling deep to the corner. Transylvania trying to get by Dewyer. Ends up going out of bounds off of Earlham, and a corner kick for Transylvania coming up. 4:20 remaining in overtime number 1. The corner kick will be out of bounds off of Transylvania, and a goal kick coming up for Earlham. Mel Johnson will have the goal kick. We're under 4 minutes remaining. Out of bounds off of Earlham. A throw-in for Transylvania. Dewyer will kick it out right to Jenna Hay. 3-on-3. Jenna Hay dribbling. She's got room. Approaching the 18. Jenna Hay now inside the 18, but couldn't get by Fowler. Nice defensive play from Fowler. Now Aaron Welsh approaching the 18. Both players go down. No whistle on the play. And ball will be kicked out of bounds. It goes off of Beal, and a throw-in for Transylvania coming up. Abby Baker gets by Welsh, now on the Quaker side of the field. Baker trying to get by Jones. And she does, but nice recovery from Jones. And it goes off of Jones, and it will sail out of bounds. A corner kick coming up for Transylvania. We're approaching 2 minutes remaining in overtime number 1. Looks like number 5, Brett Edwards, will have the corner kick for Transylvania. Actually, number 14, Cassandra Thomas. Corner kick off of Kling, and Burkett will kick it out. Thomas will off of Baker, and offsides called. No goal on the play. Referee says Baker was offsides, and a goal kick will come up for Mel Johnson and the Quakers. Or actually a free kick coming up, and that was obvious. Mel Johnson's kick bounces in front of Transylvania, but off the knees of Cunningham, but kicked far ahead by height, and it will roll to Mel Johnson. She will come out and make the grab. We are under a minute remaining in overtime number 1. Possession battle. Stendrowski at midfield will pass up to Cunningham. We're approaching 30 seconds remaining in overtime number 1. Burkett gets between a couple of Transylvania defenders. The pass ahead to Wallhauser. She finds Beal. We're at 20 seconds. Beal trying to save it from going out of bounds. And it will go out of bounds. A goal kick coming up for Transylvania. And with under 10 seconds remaining, that should run out the clock for overtime number 1. So we will have overtime number 2, and this is our final 10 minutes of action. If nobody scores, it will go down as a tie, or first team that scores will end up taking the win. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we come back. We will have the start of overtime number 2 here on the Wesley-based Wealth Management Scoreboard. We will be right back.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Hey, if you're looking for a great place to dine, how about Little Sheba's? Come join them in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue and grab one of their gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and more in their smoke-free environment. You can get a 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. For more information, Little Sheba's, give them a call at 962-2999. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Welcome back to Matlock Messer Stadium. Both teams taking the field for overtime number 2. Remember, this is the final 10 minutes of the game. If nobody scores, it will go down as a tie. And if somebody does score, they will win the game. Again, both teams looking for their first conference win. Earlham falls to Mount St. Joe this past Saturday, and Transylvania with a tie at Anderson this past Saturday. So a final 10 minutes on the clock. Earlham will start out with possession. Sides have been switched. Overtime number 2 underway.
12, 15.
Cunningham at midfield. Now dribbling for the Quakers. Cunningham's pass to Jenna Hay, and it will be kicked out of bounds by the Pioneer defense, and a throw-in coming up for Earlham. Cunningham approaching the 18, but her pass cut in front of by Transylvania defenders. Jenna Hay, pass up ahead to Wallhauser, back to Hay. And the shot goes far left, and a goal kick coming up for Transylvania. Goal kick coming up for Patton. Off of Sendrowski, and then we'll roll all the way back near the 18, but passed out by Height. Pewter ball. Pass up ahead looking for Baker. Kaylee Hall in a foot race, but Roach comes out of nowhere and comes up with possession. The pass back to Baker. She'll pass back to Roach. Just outside of the 18, gets by Hall. Abby Baker now comes up with possession. And Kaylee Hall with a defensive battle with Baker. Baker's pass is cut in front of by Jones. And Emma Jones will kick it out. But cut in front by Height. Transylvania threatening. Inside the 18. The shot is cut in front of by Jones. Jenna Hay now dribbling. She's got some space. She's dribbling. The pass up ahead to Burkett. And Fowler will have it for Transylvania. Pewter ball up to Kling. We're at 7 minutes remaining in overtime number 2. Actually, it's 7 minutes remaining in the game. Johnson will come out the goal and make the grab for the Quakers. Johnson's kick bounces off of Edwards. It will be kicked out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for Transylvania. Another foul called against the Quakers. Free kick coming up for Transylvania. The free kick is a good one. Off of Kaylee Hall. Ran down by Roach. The pass from Roach off of Hall out to Jenna Hay. And kicked out of bounds off of Earlham, so a throw in from Transylvania once again coming up. We're at 5:40 remaining in the game. Ball be kicked up high by Sendrowski off of Fowler. Jenna Hayes slips as she was trying to gain possession. And the past 20 seconds, we've seen multiple bodies hit the ground, but no whistles on the play. Throw in from Transylvania coming up. Actually, a throw in for Earlham coming up as Eva Lyon checks into the game for Nicole Burkett. The throw in from Welsh in front of Wallhauser. Now dribbling is Haley Beal. Whistle on the field, and the call goes against the Quakers. We are under 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. The pass from Baker. Jones in a foot race with Yates, but it rolls out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for Mel Johnson. Four minutes remaining. Back to Johnson. She'll make the scoop. And the kick from Johnson bounces at midfield. Sendrowski will pass it to Cunningham. Abby Baker comes away with possession. Finds Roach. Up ahead to Thomas. And Mel Johnson comes out and is able to make the save, but in the process, she took out Thomas, and Thomas is on the ground grabbing her right ankle, and Mel Johnson comes up limping herself. Johnson was coming out to grab the ball, and both players collided with each other. So we have an injury timeout on the field as Thomas slowly rises to her feet. Waves off the athletic trainer. Trying to walk it off. We hope she's okay. We're at 3:26 remaining in the game. Thomas does come off the field. And she will go right back to midfield. And on the next sub, she'll come in. The kick from Kaylee Hall, and she comes in. Sendrowski will pass it off to Cunningham. Fowler up, finds Roach. Roach finds Baker approaching the 18. Johnson comes out and somehow makes that catch. Sendrowski up to Cunningham. We are at 3 minutes remaining in the game. 3 minutes. Haley Beal now in Transylvania territory. The pass up ahead. It is a foot race. And Patton comes out. Oh! It bounces off Patton but goes out of bounds. The clock will stop. .239 remaining in the game. Not sure what the call is. It was actually a foul called on the play against Transylvania. It will be a free kick for Earlham. Ball is placed about 3 feet outside of the 18. Tess Cunningham will have the free kick for Earlham. Will this be the game? The shot from Cunningham and right to Patton, so that won't be the game. Another save made from Patton. Who's had herself a well of a ball game. We're under 2:30 remaining. Off of Dewyer, right in front of Baker. Baker passes out to Pewterball. Roach now dribbles into the 18. The pass to Baker. Baker will take the shot, but deflected off of Welsh. And Emma Jones will kick it out of the 18. Right to Fowler. Whistle on the play. Foul called against Wallhauser and the Quakers. So a free kick coming up for Transylvania. We're at 1:45 remaining in the game. The pass to Pewterball, who's wide open, but a slide tackle from Dewyer. And Dewyer is down and kicked out by Jones. Stoppage in play. Dewyer is rolling on the ground. I'm not sure what she hurt, but she is down. Dewyer with the slide tackle on Pewterball. She slowly rises to her feet. Glad to see that. And she will walk it off and stay in the game. We're at 1:31 remaining in the game. Dewyer gives the signal that she is good. And we will have a drop situation between Baker and Kaylee Hall. Baker ends up coming away with it, and whistle blown before the shot. It was a foul called against the Quakers. So a free kick for Transylvania. Ball will be placed about 2 feet outside the 18. Baker, who's already scored in today's matchup, she will have the free kick. We are at 1 minute remaining. And actually, the referee just says stop the clock. We'll see. Everybody gets lined up. I'm quite confident Baker will take the shot right here. This shot from Baker is in the goal, and that will end the game for Transylvania as Baker gets it by the Quaker defense and into the goal, and Transylvania will win the game 2-1 and break the hearts of the Quakers. Baker with both goals in today's game as Transylvania now improves their conference record to 1-0-1, and the Quakers drop to 0-2. Again, Earlham will be at Hanover this Saturday, and then we'll be at Bluffton next Wednesday, and we'll be back home next Saturday versus Rose-Hulman. We appreciate everybody tuning into the matchup. Again, Transylvania takes it 2-1. In the second overtime in the final minute off the goal from Baker. And that is going to do it for our broadcast. Again, next time we will be at this stadium is next Saturday. So that's going to do it for us. Transylvania takes it 2-1. I am Gerardo Byrne. This has been Radio Troy Broadcast, and we will see you all next weekend back here at Matlock Messer Stadium. And have a good night, everybody.